Oh, sweet. A Jurassic Park 30th anniversary trading card set. I didn't think I was going to get anything related to the 30th anniversary, you know, because I'm trapped on this ice planet and all. But the other day I took a little meander down to the cargo decks and I found a mail pod that had not been opened. I cracked into it and lo and behold, this was inside. That's nostalgia up the wazoo. I mean, look at this, right? This trading card here, I mean, it might be a bit blurry for you guys, but that is pure nostalgia for any old school Jurassic fans out there who grew up in the era of the Lost World. To see a card now in the future with like 1997 DNA, that blue T-Rex and the nuclear symbol just brings it all back. That is just so cool to see. I'll put it back in there later. But yes, in the mail pod was this and a load of unopened trading card packets. So I'm going to have to open those and see what we've got. But not today. Not today. That'll be for a future video. Today I actually want to talk about other trading cards, namely ones from Jurassic Park 3. Because I found this tweet the other day from GigaRaptor99, who was replying to someone talking about Jurassic Park 3 merchandise. And they were posting these pictures from the Jurassic Park 3 trading cards. And there's this one, which I want to highlight, of the Raptor and the Pteranodon, which I believe depicts a deleted scene from Jurassic Park 3, which I've heard no one talk about online to any great detail. If they have, then please link down in the comments below, because I'd like to see what other people have said about this. But I thought I'd make a video highlighting it. So how do I know that this was the deleted scene? Well, if we go back to the tweet that GigaRaptor put up, you can see he put the back of the Raptor card at the bottom there, which I actually have open here. And if we read it, it says, Grant never imagined he would be relieved to see velociraptors, but fate can be surprising. The raptors have driven the pteranodons away. Unfortunately, they're now turning back to the humans. Grant's relief ices into fear as the raptor pack circles them and stares as if waiting for something. When the alpha female steps right up to Amanda, the human mother realizing the truth. Mama Raptor thinks Amanda took her eggs. I've got to give them back, she tells Grant. So obviously, this is saying that before they do the whole egg scene, you know, in Jurassic Park 3, where Grant and everyone are giving the eggs back to the raptors, there was a moment where they were being attacked by the pteranodons and the raptors chased them away. There is another card which GigaRaptor actually sent me afterwards when I said this was quite an interesting piece of history for Jurassic Park 3. You know, having the raptors clashing with the pteranodons. And then they sent me the back of the pteranodon card, which reads like this. The next morning, Grant and the Kirbys reached the seashore. Grant is sure that Ellie will send help. She's the one person I could always count on, he assures Eric. But help doesn't come before the pteranodons do. Grant recognizes the flock leader as the one that killed Billy. It lumbers in for the attack and is itself attacked by a velociraptor. Sky and shore erupt into chaos, and the humans make a run for it as the raptors and pteranodons battle. So this card is number 25, and the one before is 26. So in order, it goes this one, then this one, where the raptors have chased the pteranodons away. Now, how do I know that these are referring to a deleted scene from the movie? Well, if we take the cards, like for example, there's this card here, which show the baby pteranodons in the nest, and it says InGen's little secret down the bottom there. Now, I'm going to have to refer to the Jurassic Park 3 junior novelization. Now, for those of you out there that don't know, these junior novelizations are adaptations of the script. They, rather than the actual final movie, they'll take the script and then they will make these junior novelizations out of them. You know, taking down little details that might not make it into the final film. And the fact that the pteranodons are called InGen's secret is also backed up with what's written in here. If we listen to this little excerpt that I'm going to read here. Wait, where are we going? Okay, so this is the moment in the story where Eric's crossing the bridge in the Avery, and Grant and Amanda are waiting on the other side. "Oh no," Alan whispered. He suddenly had a very good idea of what the white substance was and what this place had been designed to hold. "What is it?" Amanda asked. "This place," Alan said. "It's a birdcage." Amanda's eyes widened with fear. "For what?" "Something else InGen didn't put on the list," Alan said. Then they both heard Eric's cries. So, although Jurassic fans will say, obviously, Pteranodons were on InGen's list because they were in the Lost World, when it came to Jurassic Park 3, they were trying to retcon that a little bit. And that line where he says something else InGen didn't put on the list was omitted from the final film. It makes me think they did film it. But all the merchandise, the junior novelization, all talk about how the Pteranodons are not on InGen's list. And even in the behind the scenes of Jurassic Park 3 itself, Joe Johnston even confirms that in this clip here.
The Pteranodon is one of the things that Hammond's company was doing without telling anybody about it. They were hatching a lot of different dinosaurs that they didn't admit to. And when they moved out, they basically left the cages open and everybody got on the boats and planes and got out of there as quick as they could. So there are a lot of things running around that nobody knows about.
So all this evidence leads me to believe that, things from the junior novelization, things from the trading cards give hints to what was going on behind the scenes. And when you watch like the making of Jurassic Park 3 or the making of these movies and read books like the Jurassic Park Ultimate Visual History, there's lots of things that these things don't mention and don't go into detail about. So, for example, like the Alpha Pteranodon is something that was meant to be planned for Jurassic Park 3. It's even shown on some of the new trading cards that I was mentioning a minute ago. This one of the new cards that go in that pack has an Alpha Pteranodon on it. But the Alpha Pteranodon didn't make it into the final film. But concerning the Jurassic Park 3 scene where the raptors fight the Pteranodons, we've got the trading cards that mention this moment, and then the junior novelization actually explains it in full detail, because if I just go to the script, which this isn't the script, the shooting script, but this is an early script which is on Jurassic Outpost. We go right down to the bottom here where they are on the beach and the Pteranodons attack the characters on the beach, but in this version of the script, the egg situation with the raptors is sort of completely different. I think they just get abandoned. This is the script where the Spinosaurus gets killed by the Velociraptors, but there is a whole Pteranodon sequence when they're on the beach waiting for help to arrive. So a very similar kind of placement for another Pteranodon attack in this version of the script. Whereas in the final film, it seems like as they escape the Spinosaurus and they're making their way to the beach, the Pteranodons come and attack them, and then the raptors come and drive off the Pteranodons to get their eggs back. So I'm just going to read you the excerpt from the Jurassic Park 3 junior novelization. So it says here, she's the one person I could always count on, Alan said. She saved me more times than she realizes. I owe her everything. He's talking about Ellie. They walked along in silence, Alan considering his words. It strikes me now I've never told her that, Alan finally admitted. You should, Eric said. Alan nodded. You're right. A sound drifted their way, a low murmur, a soft, familiar rush, and a lazy crashing of waves. Do you hear that? Alan asked. Eric nodded excitedly. It's the ocean. Alan called to the Kirbys and all four ran onward. Soon they emerged from the jungle onto an area of thinner trees and sand. Rocky outcroppings dotted the landscape. The piercing cry of gulls rose over the gentle sounds of surf. Suddenly, Alan noticed a shadow fall over the group. He tensed as several other shadows joined it. 30-foot shadows. A flock of Pteranodons had dropped from the sky and were now landing in front of Alan and Kirbys. Several had auburn wings, one had grey wings and an orange and black striped head. It was the Pteranodon that had snatched Eric up and taken him to its nest. The giant reptile lurched nightmarishly towards Eric, but his mother stepped in front of him. The Pteranodon advanced on her in a blur. Before it could strike, Paul leapt onto the Pteranodon's back, grabbing its pointed crest. He wrestled with the fierce predator to keep its stabbing beak away from his wife. Flapping its wings and spinning without warning, the giant pteranodon flung Paul to the sand. Other pteranodons whipped their wings excitedly as they prepared to join the attack. Alan looked for a tree branch, a rock, anything he could use as a weapon. Suddenly, an alien but oddly familiar sound pierced the air. Then blurs of yipping, howling, furious motion raced in from every direction. Raptors! The pteranodons shrieked in rage as if they were meeting an ancient enemy last encountered 65 million years ago. Eric saw two raptors move in front of the others. They were bigger, clearly the pack leaders. The alpha male had a smoky grey stripe that lined its entire body, right down to the tip of its tail. The alpha female had jagged diamond-shaped patterns running along its flank and ruby-like scales dotting the depressions of its eye sockets. The alpha male leapt into the air, bringing down the giant pteranodon as it tried to escape. Chaos erupted around Alan and the Kirbys. A trio of pteranodons swooped down and seized the alpha male raptor, lifting it. The giant pteranodon fought its way free of the melee and rose into the sky, circling and cawing. The airborne combatants rose higher and soon disappeared over the tree line. "This way," Alan yelled. "Quick!" He led the group away from the battle towards the barren knoll. Eric could see blue water ahead. The edge of Isla Sorna was in sight. All that stood between them and the ocean was 20 feet of sand. And yip, yip, hiss, yip! A dozen raptors charged in and circled the group. And this is where they give the eggs back to the raptor. So you can see that the scene is described in great detail in this junior novelization, and yet there's no other evidence for this scene taking place in any of the behind the scenes. And so I feel like this deleted scene, which I don't believe they actually shot, but they definitely were preparing for, because as I mentioned, they had the alpha pteranodon already. They had a maquette for it, and it was planned to be in the ending with this raptor attack. But also it would have, in my opinion, it would have made the ending of Jurassic Park 3 way more exciting to see this dynamic of a dinosaur fight, pteranodons fighting velociraptors. So it's just a shame that, you know, maybe because of production problems and budget and time, that they didn't get to make this, but they were definitely intending on having this really awesome ending where the raptors and pteranodons go head to head. And yeah, so I just thought I would make this video where I highlight this deleted scene, which again was meant to take place between them escaping from the Spinosaurus in the river to meeting the raptors with the egg. There was meant to be this extra action sequence where pteranodons and raptors fought one another, and I just thought it was something that I wanted to talk about today and use the junior novelization to highlight. Now, I don't know if any scripts out there of Jurassic Park 3, because the only one I could find in time for this video was the one on Jurassic Outpost, which is an early draft, but I haven't been able to find any other scripts of Jurassic Park 3 which still contain this scene, but this moment in the junior novelization is the best we've got at, you know, what it might have looked like had it played out on screen. So yeah, anyway guys, hope you've enjoyed this video, and look forward to another video coming in the future where I open up those packets and see what we've got and talk about the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary trading card set. Hope you enjoy. Bye.